JaKe here from West Ham Unofficial on West Ham Random's EuroVision quarterfinals predictions show. I hope you're enjoying the show. Drop a like on this video. Subscribe to West Ham Random if you're new. You know, hopefully Peach is here. If not, poor old Titch. But anyway, so I'm going to be going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've picked out 6 out of the 8 round of 16 games to briefly go through, and then I'm going to go through my predictions for the quarterfinals. Titch will be glad to know that I've picked a couple of draws in this round. So without further ado, we will get on in with it then. So the first game I picked out to talk about is Italy 2, Austria 1. Now every single person thought that, you know, Italy, oh, look at them. They got 9 points. They come up against a very disciplined and well organised Austria side, and they struggle. Maybe, just maybe, it was an off night, but I am reading a little bit more into this because I do believe that this is the first time they've come up against a decent side, and they struggled. It took extra time for them to score. It took extra time for them to win, and even if Austria would have took their chances, it would have been a whole nother story. Interesting, that is for sure. The next game. Oh, Czech boys, Netherlands 0, Czech Republic 2. The first upset of the last 16 rounds, and I couldn't be happier. No, this was a really good game. The Czech Republic, I thought, played really well. Netherlands won up to it, and the Czech Republic took their chances. There's nothing more to say. The next game, Belgium 1, Portugal 0. I mean, a big boy, a big dog had to come out in this game, and Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal came out losing 1-0 to Portugal, to Belgium. Sorry. The one negative from this game, KDB, Kevin De Bruyne, went off injured for Belgium, but I'm sure he will be okay for Belgium in the next couple of games. We will just have to wait and see on that. But yeah, I mean, this game wasn't great at all. I'm not going to come on here and say, oh, this game was amazing. Two big boys are really playing well. It was awful, and it took just one little bit of quality in the game. A Declan Rice versus Watford-esque goal from Torgan Hazard to win, to get the win for Belgium and send them through to the quarterfinals. Now, what a day of football this was. Croatia 3, Spain 5. Oh, honestly, this was a fantastic game. And Croatia, I mean, they scored first. Spain went 3-1 up. Croatia pulled it back to 3-3, took it to extra time. They didn't have enough to beat Spain when it mattered in extra time, though, unfortunately. So Spain went through, but Croatia gave them a good old fight. Now, the game of the round, probably the game of the tournament as well. France 3, Switzerland 3, and Switzerland won 4-5-5-4 on penalties. Honestly, this shows that this day, the Croatia-Spain game and the France-Switzerland game, this is an advert for football. If you were going to watch any day of football to, get into football, is Monday the 28th of June, the Euros games. This was incredible. Switzerland went 1-0 up. And they got to halftime. They got past halftime, and they got a penalty. VAR gave them a penalty. They missed it, and and this was the turning point. Let's admit it. This was the turning point. France, their button clicked just like that after the penalty, and in 4 minutes they were unstoppable. No one was going to stop them. They scored 2 goals from Karim Benzema to take the lead 2-1, and this was probably one of the best 4 minutes of football you will ever see, because that was world class, and there's nothing more to say about it. Completely insane. And then Paul Pogba scored an absolute screamer. Of a goal to, we thought finish things off at France 3, Switzerland 1, and then Switzerland scored 2 goals in the last 10 minutes to send us to extra time. Nothing happened in extra time, and Switzerland won on penalties. It was in sudden death. 4-4 it was. Both sides of each scored 4 penalties. The Switzerland man stepped up, scored, and none other than Kylian Mbappe stepped up for France and missed it. Jan Sommer saved it, and it sent Switzerland through and sent the favourites, France, out of the competition. The final game I want to talk about then is the England game, and I'm not going to talk about it at all now. I'm only joking. We are through from a goal from Raheem the Dream. Yes, Peach, Raheem the Dream, Sterling, and finally Harry Kane gets on the score sheet. Not a vintage first half performance, but we've beat the Germans, and there isn't another big dog on this side of the draw. The only time we'll have to face a big dog again will be in the final, whether it be Belgium, whether it be Italy, whether it will be Spain. We will just have to wait and see. So there we go. That is the round of 16. Probably one of the best round of 16 results and games that you'll probably see in the Euros, because that was incredible. But we will move on now. The first game, Titch will be glad to know, is a draw. I have gone for in the Switzerland-Spain game. I think Switzerland will be buzzing off the back of their victory over France, and I think they will surprise Spain, because Spain must think they've beaten the world champions there. I think Switzerland will go 1-0 up. I think Spain will get one back in the second half to level it up after 120 minutes, I think, at 1-1, and then I'm going for a Switzerland win on penalties. In my opinion, I think Switzerland can. They beat the world champions in a penalty shootout. There's no reason why they can't beat Spain in a penalty shootout. I think that they will have enough, whether it'll be a normal play or extra time or penalties. I think Switzerland will beat Spain. The next game, two big dogs meet. I tell you what, Belgium, they haven't got an easy run through. Playing Portugal in the round of 16, playing Italy in the quarterfinals. I think they will win yet another game, and I think it will be 2-1 to Belgium. I think Belgium will just have too much from that. Italy-Austria game really showed that the first time good old Italy come up against a pretty good side, disciplined side, they struggled, and I think they will struggle against Belgium. I think they'll score, but Belgium will just have too much for them, in my opinion. The next game then, the Czech Republic take on Denmark, and I'm going for another draw. I think both sides will score 2 goals. They will level each other out. They will cancel each other out, and it will have to go to penalties, in my opinion. And of course, I've backed the Czech boys to win it on penalties. I think Patrick Schick will score in normal time. He will score the winner for the Czech Republic in the penalty shootout. You heard it here first. The Czech Republic will beat Denmark, and we will play them in the semi-finals. We will meet again. And the final game involves good old England as we take on Ukraine in our quarter-final clash. It is Declan Rice versus Andrei Yarmolenko, and Declan Rice and England will beat Ukraine. Definitely, that is for sure. I think that we will put in a cracking performance. I think we will have way too much for Ukraine. They will score. I'm sure Andrei Yarmolenko will score just to annoy me, just me. But I think that we will have way too much for Ukraine, in my opinion, and we will be through to the semi-finals. That would be good. I'm not getting too complacent and ahead of myself, but I just think that we can beat this Ukraine side, in my opinion. So there you go. There is my predictions, my review for the round of 16 games results, and my predictions for the quarterfinals. Carry on with the show, Euro 2020 Vision. I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you very much for letting me on Patreon again to the West Ham Random YouTube channel, and I'll see you very, very soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.